Floyds present this right here, we won't come from a feeling or attitude. We're just going to come from a brainwave. Let's go with a brainwave.
That's what it is.
Because in one sense, there's a side and sense that Kanye is a modern day hero. Let's understand.
You don't have to speak any further on that. We understand that there is certainly a following in that lane.
Let's totally understand that this man that some of us call crazy or need his meds or need to be, contained. This is the same guy who gave Quentin Tarantino the
idea for Django.
The movie idea for Django.
But Brandon, what I'll say is this. So okay, we can talk all day about his genius, right? And him as a talent.
Right.
This is less about him as a talent, and more about trying to understand him as a visionary. I'm trying to be unbiased and objective.
Right.
Right. I'm from the perspective that was it necessary to bring into the fold when he was on the Drink Champs, how I watched that Candace Owens documentary, which was a plug, in my opinion, and you speak to George Floyd being high on fentanyl, and the cop really didn't have his knee in his neck like that.
Let's talk, baby.
So my thing is, why bring that into the fold?
Maybe because his whole argument towards the people in charge who are on top of all of this, who control all of this, maybe he wanted to act like them at one moment to give you a feeling. Yeah, hit him with the fentanyl, because that's what they do in stories. That's what they do on social media.
But let me
finish.
Go ahead.
This is what they do. And we as black people, we have listened, we have watched, we have believed. At what point do we say this man might have been playing devil's advocate to show you this is what's been done?
Okay, so that's
been done along.
So your point is devil's advocate potentially. Oh, what you getting at?
All right, look, I'm not with all of this Kanye talking in fucking circles. And then expect everybody to understand what the fuck he's talking about. No, you a grown ass man. If you're gonna articulate a point, articulate the point well to where people understand you. Because if you don't, the same way I did with my daughter, if you don't properly articulate what you're saying, how do you expect me to understand what you're saying? And said basically that George Floyd was not killed by Derek Chauvin's knee on his neck that everybody watched for 9 minutes or however long it was. But he basically came out and said that. The thing that hurt me about that was, we talked about this off camera. Man, Kanye was loved in our community. Because somewhat. He's a villain to some. So the thing is, to some he's a modern day hero. Before, based on his music and the love that you got from his music, you like, man, I love this dude. He ain't talking about selling dope. He ain't talking about killing nobody. Right. He's telling his own story. Yeah. He's an underdog. Dudes didn't think Dame Dash and Jay wouldn't put him on. Yeah. But then he got on and got bigger than them. So that whole story was a dope-ass story. Yeah. But he's basically stepping on his whole legacy by saying things that are super hurtful to the black community. Yeah. You're not saying this stuff about people outside our community. You saying, man, 95% of the people in our community saw what happened to George Floyd, the same way we saw what happened to the brother from Baltimore, the same way we saw what happened to the brother in Michigan, the same way we've seen this story a million times play out. Yeah. And the world wants to peg our community as animals to where he did this. So he did this to him.